Okay, so get ready, because today we are diving deep into something you might not expect.
Okay.
The surprisingly complex world of source documents.
Yeah.
We're talking about all those little pieces of paper or digital files that prove a transaction happened. Like when you buy something.
Exactly.
And they give you a receipt or an invoice.
Stop it.
Yeah. And you just kind of shove them in your wallet.
Yeah, you do. Or your purse or
your pocket or
just
or you throw them away.
Toss them.
But they're actually a lot more important than you might think.
Yeah, they really are.
So we're going to get into all of that today.
It's really fascinating.
Yeah.
We tend to think of them as just receipts or invoices.
Right.
But source documents are really the foundation of financial accountability.
They are how we prove
it's true
that we spent money on something.
And that we
got what we paid for.
Somebody spent money on us.
Right. Or that we got paid for something.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'll admit, I've been guilty of just kind of tossing receipts without even thinking twice.
Oh, yeah, I know.
You know, and I'm sure a lot of our listeners have done the same thing.
Guilty as charged.
But why should we care?
Well, you should care.
Why should we hold on to this stuff?
Because imagine you're trying to...
Our source even mentions like a simple OfficeWorks receipt.
Oh, yeah. A simple OfficeWorks receipt.
Like who keeps those?
Well, imagine trying to prove a business expense.
Oh, right.
Without that receipt.
Okay.
You know.
So for taxes or something?
Yeah, for taxes or for an audit, or if you're trying to get reimbursed by your employer.
Right.
You know, it's really important to have that documentation.
Okay, I see what you mean.
So source documents really protect you.
Mm-hmm.
They prevent disputes. Mm-hmm. They help you keep track of your spending.
And they're crucial for all sorts of things, like audits, like we were talking about. Without them, it's basically your word against someone else's.
Right.
And in a lot of cases, that's not going to be enough.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm starting to see the light here. But it's not just about...
It's not just about staying organized. No, it's not just about like being tidy.
Our sources also talk about...
Oh, yeah.
Source documents as...
Historical records.
Historical records.
Yeah.
What kind of stories do they tell?
Oh, they tell so many stories. Yeah. It's amazing.
Like what?
Think about it, like a receipt from decades ago can reveal what people were buying.
Wow.
How much things cost.
Yeah.
And even reflect larger societal trends.
Really?
Yeah.
Like how so?
Well, for example, one of our sourcemen pointed out a shift in business expenses. Moving from traditional office supplies to software subscriptions. That tells a story about the rise of remote work.
Oh, wow. I hadn't considered that.
Yeah.
That a simple receipt can be a window into history.
It is.
That's fascinating.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So.
Yeah, and speaking of stories, the way we create and store these financial narratives is changing rapidly.
Okay.
We've gone from handwritten ledgers to digital receipts and online transactions.
Yeah.
So this brings up a whole new set of questions.
That's a perfect segue.
Oh, good.
This digital shift feels huge.
It is huge.
It's
some of the
massive change.
Challenges and opportunities.
Yeah, what is
that come with digital source documents.
Well, one of the big ones is data security.
Right.
How do we ensure that these digital records are accurate and tamper-proof?
And haven't been hacked.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, blockchain technology is emerging as a potential solution. Providing a decentralized and secure way to track transactions.
So is blockchain like
Bitcoin?
Kind of, yeah. It's the same technology that underlies Bitcoin.
Okay.
But it can be used for a lot of other things, too.
Interesting.
Including tracking transactions.
Okay.
And then there are the implications for privacy.
Right.
You might be surprised by the detailed financial record you're creating with each online transaction.
Yeah, because it's like...
It's all being tracked.
They know where I am.
Yeah. They know what you bought, where you bought it.
Yeah.
How much you paid for it.
It's kind of scary.
It is a little bit scary.
But isn't all this documentation, whether physical or digital, creating a bureaucratic nightmare?
It's a good question.
Is it worth the hassle?
I mean, it's definitely a balancing act.
Yeah.
But consider this in a world that's increasingly reliant on digital transactions.
Right.
These records become even more crucial for accountability and transparency.
To be sure that nobody's cheating.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
They can help us understand economic trends, track spending patterns, and even identify potential fraud.
Okay. So it's kind of like unnecessary evil.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Okay. So to recap, source documents aren't just scraps of paper.
Wow.
Or digital files. Yeah. They're proof.
Yeah, they are.
They tell stories.
They do.
And they're constantly evolving with technology.
That's right.
Yeah.
And as we move further into the digital age, it's worth considering, what will the source documents of the future look like?
Oh, wow.
How will we track transactions in a cashless world?
Right.
What new technologies will emerge to manage and secure this data?
Those are great questions to ponder.
Yeah,
I encourage all of you listening to take a look at your own receipts with fresh eyes.
Yeah.
What stories do they tell?
What stories do they tell?
About your spending habits, your lifestyle, your place in this rapidly changing world.
Yeah. Until next time.
Until next time.
Keep diving.
Keep diving.